Alright, I am here in season mode, and I am controlling every single team because I want to see who EA thinks will win the cup. So, and I don't want to mess with anything. The lines are how they were beforehand. I have not touched them at all. There's no player morale in season mode, I believe, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. I turned injuries off. I turned trades off. Well, there wouldn't be any trades anyway because I'm controlling every single team. And let's just see how it turns out. Oh, Buffalo is really struggling. Uh, I did not create Jack Eichel and put him in here just for the sake that I didn't want to change anything, and he could probably put them in a little better spot, but I didn't want to do that. I just want to keep it how it was in the game. Before that, I mean, obviously when you go into GM mode and you'll do whatever, and in real life he'll probably be on the team too. But just for the sake of this one, I didn't want to create him or Dylan Larkin or Noah Hannafin. I didn't create those. I don't know if there's anybody else coming into the league that isn't in the game. Those are the big three that I know. But other than that, well, I didn't create them, so everything's the same as the last roster update, which I think was the day it came out. Well, we're here at the All-Star break, and the Sabres are 17, 29, and 4, which makes perfect sense. Now, if it'll just stop simulating, we can go and check out the rest of the teams. This wouldn't take forever. Oh, there we go. Oh man, they went on a bad streak. Well, they lost at least 7 in a row. Alright, let's go check out all the teams. Go to stats, team stats. Start in the Metro. Pittsburgh is obviously leading, as they should. I mean, Phil Kessel, Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin. Nobody should stand in their way. And the closest team is Islanders, which that's pretty surprising. I mean, you got Tavares, Okposo. I don't watch too many Islanders games, so I don't really know who they have on their team, who's actually a skilled player and whatnot. So I'll just kind of have to trust EA on this one. But yeah, the Rangers are good again. Obviously, I mean they have an amazing defensive core. The King, Rick Nash, and you got Columbus, Washington. Surprisingly, I thought they would be higher, but I don't know. I guess this division is not spread out a whole lot. I mean, only 10 points dividing Pittsburgh from New Jersey, which New Jersey's not going to come back, and neither is Philly. Sorry, Flyers and Devils fans, but they're not. The Atlantic, Detroit is leading that by 1 point to Montreal, and wow, this division is spread out. 10 points behind Montreal is Tampa, and all the way at the bottom is Buffalo with 38. In Central, Blackhawks are leading like they should be. Dallas right behind them, amazing offensive talent, and Niemi and Lettinen back there now. The Blues, just solid team overall. They got Tarasenko too, Petrangelo. It's just good team. Winnipeg Jets probably not going to make the playoffs again, which sad because they have such great fans there, but you just gotta play a little better if they want to make it. They still got a chance. Now LA is leading the Pacific Division. That's strange. I mean, they got a solid core. They added Lucic. They got rid of Richards, Stoll, and they still don't have Voinov. I guess it's kind of surprising. I wasn't expecting that. Now, if we go to the player stats, we can see who's doing the best individually. You got Patrick Kane, Jonathan Toews just tearing it up. Even Marian Hossa's getting in on it. He's third in the league in points. Jesus. Stamkos, Sagan, Crosby, all point-of-game players. Kessel, Ovechkin, Tarasenko. I mean, players that should be point-of-game players are point-of-game players, and they're leading the league because they are the best players. Now, I think Pittsburgh did the best, so let's follow them throughout the rest of the season. Let's go to April. I think it starts on the 11th. Let's go to this. Alright, so yeah, 31, 17, and 2 now. They're obviously a phenomenal team. And their first line should be Kunitz, Crosby, Hornqvist. I think they said Kessel will be playing with Malkin, so it'll be interesting to what they call their first line. I mean, two world-class players like Malkin and Kessel playing together. I don't care who Sidney Crosby's playing with. They're not as good as winger as Kessel is. Hornqvist is just not as good. Now, I don't know where Perron will be playing. If he's on the second line, he'll obviously be with Malkin. I couldn't imagine them putting him with Kessel. I just don't think that's a very good fit. I would love. Actually, this probably be their power play, having Malkin, Crosby, and Kessel on a line. But I'd love to see them do that, just regular 5-on-5. Throw Malkin up on the left wing. Oh man, they'd be dangerous. Oh, all right, we're in the playoffs. So Pittsburgh's playing Tampa, obviously. Let's check out who finished best. All right, so in the Metro, Pittsburgh, 101 points. I don't think that's good enough for the Presidents, but it's good enough to win the division, and that's all that matters. Because I mean, you don't want to win the Presidents because of presidential curse. Well, Capitals turned around. They made the playoffs. The Flyers made the playoffs, which is really interesting. And Columbus, which makes sense because, I mean, they're just injury plagued last season. And I guess they actually came in by the skin of their teeth just by 1 point against the Rangers. In the Atlantic, oh, wow, Detroit runs away with the division. Wow, I think that's good enough for the Presidents. Mike Green and Brad Richards really helping them out. Canadians with 109, and Carey Price carrying them. Jesus, this was not looking like a good division before, but now they're just two of the best teams in the NHL. That's just incredible. Going into the Central, Chicago, of course, wins it. Shouldn't really be a contest there. But they're still a solid division overall. And Dallas, amazing offensive talent. And the Blues, again, just amazing team. They make the playoffs as they should. Minnesota Wild, solid team, but I guess they just didn't have enough. Same thing with the Winnipeg Jets. I don't know what's going on with Colorado, but on to the Pacific. San Jose actually winning the division, which is kind of surprising. I mean, they lost their number one goalie for somebody who wasn't proven. So you have to figure Martin Jones does really well, and all their aging stars do really well. I'd like to see how far they get this year. And Anaheim and LA tying for second place. Calgary coming up, getting that fourth spot, and the Oilers actually making the playoffs after having 4 number one picks over the past 6 years. That's incredible. McDavid must have really helped them out. All right, let's get into that the playoff tree. And I wonder if I can... Oh, no, I can't control anything from here. But we got Dallas against St. Louis, Chicago against Edmonton, Anaheim, LA, San Jose, Calgary, Washington, Philly, Pittsburgh, Tampa. I'd love to see Philly and Pittsburgh play. I think that'd be amazing. Montreal, Toronto, and Detroit and Columbus. Detroit did the best, so let's go and watch them. Alright, let's simulate just through the 7 games. I don't know, or I highly doubt this one will go to 7. Oh, ooh, maybe. It might. Nope. It goes to 6. But just in case any other series go to 7, it'd simulate through all of them, which actually, no, it didn't. I need to go one more day. There we go. All right, Detroit's playing Toronto. Ooh, what a matchup. So Toronto beat Montreal. Let's go back to the playoff tree and really see what happened. Pittsburgh won and Philly won in the East, so they'll be playing each other. Man, Pittsburgh, Philly, Detroit, Toronto. Those are great matchups right there. You can't ask for anything better. Dallas against Edmonton. So Edmonton beat Chicago. That's amazing. They beat Chicago to move on to the second round. And Dallas beats St. Louis, which they were the better team in the regular season, so it makes sense. San Jose beats Anaheim or San Jose beats Calgary, and LA beats Anaheim. So we're gonna keep following. Actually, who won the quickest? Let's go watch Edmonton or Dallas. I'm gonna go with which one's, oh god, they're like that. Let's go with the young guys, Edmonton. Let's go watch them as they take on Dallas. There we go. Ooh, they lose the first game. Oh god, I can't keep up with that. Oh, did they get they got swept. Oh, that's rough. Make it to the second round just to be devastated by Dallas. Alright, let's take a look at the playoff tree. Ooh, so Toronto beat Detroit in 5. Pittsburgh beat Philly in 7. Dallas swept the Oilers, and San Jose beat LA in 6. So you got San Jose, Dallas, Pittsburgh, Toronto in the East. Oh, yeah, San Jose, Dallas in the West, and Pittsburgh, Toronto in the East. Well, Dallas swept them, so we're going to follow them because they got it done in the least amount of games. Alright, let's see what they can do against San Jose. Ooh, lots of overtimes, and they beat them in 7. Wow. Dallas making it to the finals against Pittsburgh. Let's see how many games it took Pittsburgh to beat Toronto. I lost the first game and then won 4 straight. So let's go with Pittsburgh, because they did it in the least amount of games, and let's see what they do against Dallas. I think Dallas just won the cup. Yep, there you have it. Stanley Cup champions, Dallas Stars. Start putting your money on them now, because EA is always right. They never get anything wrong. Yeah. So Dallas wins the cup. Tyler Seguin, Jamie Benn, Jason Spezza, Kari Lehtinen. They led him to the cup. Ooh, Patrick Sharp too. Forgot about him. He's a big playoff contributor, so he really turned it up as soon as they got to the playoffs. But according to EA, Dallas will win the cup. 100%. It's gonna happen. See ya.